Yes, thank you. And yes, I'm from Linköping, actually, and we have a company here called Henrik Källsson, and I'm going to talk a little bit about transportation and using biogas for that transportation. As you all know, maybe that currently the fuel for ships is the most dirty one that we use. So to go from this to biogas is a very long step, but hopefully we can do this in the next couple of years. Henrik Källsson is a family business, and it started in 1938 here in Linköping, and our turnover is 1.4 billion Swedish crowns. We have approximately 700 employees, and we have shipping, aviation, meat processing, and real estate, our main business areas. Shipping, we have built 27 new built ships from 1990s with own design, and we have over 30 fleets in our over 30 ships in our fleet. And this ship that I'm going to talk about is a Vanamax. The Vanamax ship is like for you from the States, you have the Great Lakes, we have Vanam, and we have locks to go up to Vanam. So Vanamax is the biggest ship that can go up to Vanam. We also have 8 self-loaders and 12 tankers together with Brewster Maersk. And we also have one new building built in Holland right now. And inland waterways. Maybe not so many of you know what inland waterways is, but this is, I think this is a very great opportunity for transportation in Sweden, because we don't have it. Inland waterways, they have it in 27 20 countries in Europe, and it's 37,000 kilometers waterways in the European Union. 12 of these have interconnected waterways, and inland waterways is characterized by its durability and its low environmental impact. If you check how the roads are making in terms of accidents and congestion, noise emissions, and pollution and other environmental impacts, there is 7 times lower impact of inland waterways than road transportation. Fuel. The problem with how the situation is right now with shipping is that we have been running our ships on dirty fuel a long time, and we haven't had any real incentive of doing anything about that, because we don't have any big consumer pressure. We don't have the whole shipping is very globalized, so to make a policy you have to make it global. You can't just do it in one country because the shipping will just move. But now we're going ahead, and for 2015 we have new CCAS areas as you have in the United States. Unfortunately, this CCA area is only for Northern Europe and not all of Europe, as would be better. But we're going down to 0.1% of sulfur in the fuel. CCA means sulfur emission controlled areas. And to do this, there is different solutions to make this jump. And we have scrubber technology as people using on the land side for a long time. The problem is there that the ships are much smaller. So when you using it, it's a very technical, hard solution to install in a ship. and you make a chemistry factory of the ship also, which is also another problem. You can also go over to distillate the fuel right away. There would be an increase in cost for bunkering. The Swedish government has said that the cost for the Swedish industry will rise with 10 billion crowns a year for just paying for the more expensive bunkering, and also it will cause a lack of diesel. So if you're buying a car, don't buy a diesel car if it's close to 2015, because diesel fuel will go up. That's why we see as you see here, the last thing is new fuels, and we can use LNG, biogas, and other fuels. But what we see as the potential is LNG, and then in the long term, biogas. And LNG, even if LNG is not is still a future fuel, it gives a significant reduction of air pollution as particles, sulfur, and also kväve, and also 20 to 25% reduction in the what do you call it? Carbon dioxide. Another advantage of switching into LNG or similar is the switch to liquefied biogas will be very technical easy. It's actually the same kind of fuel, it's just different, comes from different sources. These ships we are thinking of building has dual fuel, so you can easily change from gas to diesel. And that is very important, because if you go into a port that don't have gas infrastructure, you can still get some bunker and sail away. And all of these reasons make it why we think the future fuel for both inland waterways and ocean-going vessels will be Europe is happening some things in Europe right now. Unfortunately, we not in this area we haven't gone as far as they. In September, a new inland waterway vessel will be delivered and start trafficking Dutch waterways with LNG propulsion. The Dutch government has also put money into this to make the refueling possible with bunkering stations and so on. So they have launched a subsidy of 500,000 euros to help build LNG supply infrastructure. Because right now there is no LNG infrastructure, and the amount of LNG you use on a ship is very, very low compared to that amount you use in a factory and so on. So it's a very high cost to make pipelines or to make infrastructure. And I think we will need subsidies to make this shift and to come over the thing is, for shipping, this is a big transfusion as it was from going from steam-powered ships to the ships we have today. So it's a very, with all the technology and so on, it's a long step. This is our ship that we have been working on. It's just, right now, it's just a design and drawings and so on. We can build this ship in 1.5 years if we get the right, if we get the rules that are needed that they have in all of Europe, but we don't have in Sweden as the ship is custom built for Lake Vänern down to Gothenburg. It's a Vänernmax, and it takes 4,200 tons cargo, or 265 cubic feet. The design is made together with Ferry Smith yard in Holland, and it's built for bulk cargos, so very big cargos with low density, and especially growth and biomass could be transported on this. It could also transport containers, and as I said earlier, it's designed with a dual fuel engine. And we're working active with the classic societies, Lloyds and the Norske Veritas and so on, to see and what we can do with the technical difficulties we encounter in the way. And we're also following the new rules and regulations for gas ships very closely, and also trying to make these rules as good as possible. This is the ship. We haven't decided if we're going to have a compressed or liquefied gas yet. It would be a good idea to have compressed gas if we're running in on biogas, because then you don't have to do the transfer to energy, which costs some process in energy loss. Tanks will be placed in the aft, as you see here. And we're also thinking of making the tanks removable, so you can easily bunker the ship by switching tanks in the port, and that will make the bunker pressure procedure more fast or quickly. We believe that LNG is just a bridge over to renewable biogas, and this is very interesting what's happening right now in Sweden, and especially on the west coast. That, for example, Lidköping biogas plant, and also Lidköping biogas plant are going to make LNG, which we could use in the ship if we choose this method. And also Göteborgs Energi, who make construction in new gasification project called Moby Gas in Gothenburg. And they will need a lot of quantities of growth or biomass, and this can be transported from Vänern. So this could be a link in the process of making this successful venture. A ship like the 2 Green cubic liner could take 200 lorries in one haul. So, and for a ship this size, use 1,500 horsepower, and one lorry use 500. So you can imagine how more effective it is in transporting goods. And when they make the biogas in the plant, we can also use it for running the ship on it. But what we need now is to have the Swedish government to order that we're going to have inland waterways in Sweden also, as the other 20 states in the European Union. And we're working with them, and hopefully we can present the cases for them to see, so the process can continue. And hopefully this will be before 1.5 years, we can have the rules in place, and then the building process can start parallel. So we hope that we can have this ship in the waters in 3 years. So yeah, thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.